Hello, we are back for another episode of Manny Monday. I got this thing from Tropical Smoothie. Someone told me Tropical Smoothie is better than Smoothie King. This I haven't tried either until now. This is a aqua berry. I just haven't seen it. But we are here for a Manny Monday. I usually go off a list of topics. These lists of topics are posted on my Instagram, which is right here. And I post that on Friday on my Instagram. So you can follow me on my Instagram, and then Monday, of course, is the Mandy Monday, and I talk about those topics, right? This is just moment epiphanies and just things that I learned throughout the week, but then also just things I just want to comment and give some commentary on, right? But without further ado, let's take another sip of the smoothie. Heavenly. And get right into the list. First order of business is Short Kings, right? No filler, we're getting right into it. So, I just gave you a little bit of record. I'm currently 5'7", 185 pounds. On a good day, I'm pushing 190. Thanksgiving will probably give me like 200. So I'm pretty visually fit, but I'm also considered short, quote unquote. And for the most part in my life, yes, I knew I was short. Yes, there were like comments here and there about it and stuff like that. But I didn't make it my whole personality. Because you have like certain people that have certain traits and they just like, they encompass their whole personality around it, right? Short is just me being, it's an aspect of me, but I don't let it get it down. And when I was just looking online and I got the different perspective of different people that were around my height or shorter, and they let that get the better of them. Get them better in the sense of like saying like, hey, I can't do this, I can't do that because of my height, right? And that was just very ignorant for me, you know. I know like everybody has like their own experiences. Like you can have like even people that have about the same skin color as me, right? Just because we have the same skin color doesn't mean we have the same experience. It's just because we're the same height or someone shorter doesn't mean we have the same experience. But I hate the narrative of just like you just can't do something, right? Just because of your height. So like there can be a number of factors, whether your shape, your height, and your weight, that people just don't like you and fuck with you. I don't want to just make this whole conversation just linear in your height, but let's generalize this shit of like there's different aspects and things that you are and that make you up as a person that just give you a disadvantage, right? And yeah, we can just sit, moo-hoo, and cry about it, but it's like, come on, like why? Like I'm acknowledging my disadvantages, or not even disadvantages, just things that made me special, acknowledging my superpower, right? And instead of feeling sorry for myself, instead of wallowing and be like, oh, this world is unfair, why have you made me this height? Capitalize on it, take pride in it, right? Don't make that whole trait your personality. Don't try to find patterns when there are no patterns, and attributing every instance of wrongdoing and anything that happened to you to a specific trait, whether that be race or height and something like that. Now, some instances, people are messing with you, right? Certain instances, people are discriminating to you because of your height. But I don't think that should stop you from achieving your dream or doing what you want to, right? So to the short people out there, or short kings, like, yeah, don't let that shit get to you, right? Because me and my height, it's never gotten to the point where I'm thinking like, oh, I can't talk to that person, or I can't do this, I can't do that because of my height. My height is not my personality. It's just something, it's an attribute of mine, right? But 9 times out of 10, people can't lift more than me. So yeah, you may be telling me you can't lift more than me. I don't give a fuck. Number 2 is no one ever comes out as a bully. I think that's very interesting because like I hear a lot of stories about like people that were bullied at a young age, and you know, at like during high school, and then it's like once we left high school, all these bullies disappeared, right? But I don't think that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, right? Because like if you have a girl that's eating hot Cheetos in high school, right? She graduates, she crosses the stage, she doesn't just grab that bag of hot Cheetos and just go like, ew, and just throws it away and she never eats hot Cheetos again. No, it doesn't fucking work like that, right? The bullies that were in high school, they manifest and they turn into something else, right? But people don't go around identifying as bullies nowadays. They take different folds, they take positions in authority and shit, and they take control in different aspects of their lives, right? And you know, people that I know, like the people that say like they care about their job, is important to care about your job, right? Because that's your livelihood. But there are certain people that try to exert control in authoritarian position in their job or whatever role that there is, because of the lack of control that they do have at home or in their personal life, right? And I'm pretty sure that even if I'm talking to you, you can think of examples of that. And I think it's very interesting that, like, yes, there were labeled bullies when we were kids. They were, Alexa, shut the fuck up. Alexa, please, I'm talking. Gosh. There were examples of that, right? But it was now has manifested into the, I swear to fucking God, Alexa, stop. Jesus fucking Christ. Where was I? I'm not even gonna edit that shit out. She's just annoying the fuck out of me, right? And I want to say her name again, but if I say her name again, it's gonna be one. I'm gonna unplug it. But yeah, so like, and there was a point in our life where we were labeled, there were consequences, but now they manifest and they show themselves in different ways. You know, it was overt, now it's covert, but now it's like, how do we adapt to these things, right? These people that are in authority. And I think like it does take a voice, it does take to call them out, like call bullying as bullying, right? And then be able to maneuver from that, right? Some things are outside of our control, right? But I think in order to be able to address a problem, it's important to acknowledge it. And acknowledging bullying is bullying. That's all I have for that. Third thing is attraction can be intimidating. So, I mean, I talked about the short king thing and I talked about bullying. But now I'm talking about attraction. I think it's very interesting. So I've been seeing this narrative, again, just something I saw in the scrolling and in passing, that attraction can be intimidating and that people make judgments based off of a person's attractiveness, right? And I admit I'm guilty of that, right? From the perspective of seeing someone and thinking like, oh, they probably get hit on a lot, or that they probably are snobby or something like that. So yes, like the attraction begins intimidating, but I think like it gives us a moment to really think about how we perceive people, right? I know as a perception example is talking about attraction, right? Viewing people are attraction and the attitudes that we have around someone being attractive, right? So just children here, if I view somebody as attractive, I'm thinking like, oh, they get a lot of attention, right? They're very dismissive. They don't have time for this. They don't have time for that. But I'm noticing that we can have our observations about people, right? Take a mental note of that, if you will. But I think it's important before we reach any conclusions that we give that person the benefit of doubt and actually ask them, especially in places that we do have the time to do the due diligence, right? I know a lot of interactions that we have with people, we have to make a split-second decision right then and there, right? But when we have people that were close to us, or people that we're dating, people that we're becoming friends with, or people that we consider close or colleagues and stuff like that, it's worth the time and patience to give them the benefit of the doubt, to figure out what type of person they are, to talk with them, to have those conversations rather than assume. Because the attraction can be intimidating, right? But let's not run from it. Let's acknowledge those biases, acknowledge those things that we have, and then being able to follow up with it, right? I think that's one thing that I pride myself on it. My friends can attest to it. There's never been an instance where I felt some certain way and I thought about some shit and I never told them about it. 9 times out of 10, I tell them right then and there. That's just like the level of credibility that I am. But I know not everybody's like that confrontational and stuff. But whatever you're feeling, whatever meaning that you're meaning to express, if you do have the time and due diligence to do so, do follow up and get a direct answer rather than assume, right? This, I know, contrast between split sections, reactions, split section moments, to actually having the conversation, to be able to do diligence with the person, right? Those are two different things, right? But, that is all I have for you today. Please subscribe, and comment. Subscribe, like, and comment. Subscribe. Hopefully there's like big letters above me that says subscribe. And comment. Please comment. I read all the comments. I want it to become a sense of community where we're able to talk and engage, right? Comment on the video, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you next Monday. Ciao.